going to record on this computer. Okay, so we're recording. Okay, so I'm excited to show you guys my system. And actually, once I walk you through this whole process of what a lead is going to go through, then I'm gonna take you guys to some live accounts so you can see that our targeting is on point. The way that we collect these people, the way we follow up with them is just amazing, and you're gonna love it. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna share my screen. Okay. And just let me know if you guys can see my screen okay.
Got it.
Okay, whoops. I don't want to do that. Cancel.
Okay.
Okay, I didn't want to turn our meeting off. First of all, what I'm gonna do, I wanna show you maybe one or two little short clips. When I tell you guys we build custom ads, we build custom ads, we do videos, we do some pictures that we have that just kill it. But mainly, the best thing is hearing it from the doctor himself. Now, Dr. White is no professional, okay? He's not really good on film. And you'll see in this video that it's just a raw video with him holding this phone. So I don't need some big production, but I'll show you what my video editor did with this video, and we'll just kind of give you an idea.
Diabetic neuropathy can be summed up in 5 words: burning, stabbing, pain, numbness, tingling. It's a horrific disease, and there's no good traditional medical treatment. Gabapentin, Neurontin, Lyrica, those are horrible drugs. They suppress your nervous system, they can hurt your brain, and they do nothing to actually fix the problem. So whether you're dealing with diabetic neuropathy, where the little tiny blood vessels get clogged up due to the diabetic situation in your body, or chemically induced neuropathy, maybe you've had chemo, radiation, or some drug that you've had to use that's maybe had a toxicity in your body, or even idiopathic, meaning we don't know what's causing it. Neuropathy is horrible. Hi there, I'm Dr. M. Scott White, DC. I've been in practice for over 35 years, and I use a deep tissue robotic laser to cause cell regeneration in the body. It's an amazing procedure for neuropathy. For diabetic neuropathy, it causes your own red blood cells to release nitric oxide so that the little tiny blood vessels can vasodilate and open up and cause the nerves to get oxygenated so they can come back to life. If it's some other type of neuropathy, the laser actually causes nerves to regenerate and heal. It's all natural. There's no cutting, there's no downtime, and the procedure doesn't hurt. So no matter the type of neuropathy that you were dealing with, almost everyone feels better and gets better. And you know what? A lot of people feel better even after the first time we do the laser. So what I want to do to show my commitment to doing my part in the community to help with this horrific disease, for a limited time, I'm going to give away 17 discount vouchers with a savings of over $300. This offer includes anything I do for $49 on that first visit. That means the consultation, the exam, any tests, x-rays, anything I have to do to determine how I need to help you. And then 2 free deep tissue robotic lasers. And it's usually a 10-minute procedure on each affected area. Like, for example, 10 minutes on one foot, 10 minutes on the other foot, so on. Again, with no negative side effects, and it cannot hurt you. Just imagine sleeping through the night again, not wincing in pain on the way to the restroom in the morning, being able to play with your grandkids again, maybe golf, walk, so that we can cause the tissue to regenerate and heal so that you can get better and feel better and not just get worse. You know, the #1 cause of death in older folks is falling. And a lot of times it's because people get to the point with neuropathy, they can't feel the floor. They can't drive because they can't feel the brake or the gas pedal. It doesn't have to happen. So what we're going to do is have you click on the Get Offer button at the bottom right of this video. Secure one of those 17 discount vouchers now. One day we'll all realize that we have to start making health a priority. Even in these trying times with the pandemic and all that stuff, we need to not just get worse. We need to go ahead and do what we need to do to make our health a priority. Because without your health, nothing else really matters. And we're looking forward to helping you get better. God bless you. Click on that button, and I'll see you soon.
So that's just one of many for our clients that we do. There's a certain strategy with when you do videos online, and a lot of people don't realize, but on social media, the average video watch time is only 3 seconds. Okay, so you don't want to start out a video saying, "Hi, I'm Dr. Henry," right? You don't want to do that, because by the time you say that, people don't care. They're already scrolling, right? So we start out with the pain, the stuff that's going to grab them, and the people that are experiencing this, it's gonna stop them in their tracks, right? And with these days, your content has to be great. You know, it has to be something that's going to stand out with all the noise, with the election and everything going on online and the craziness going on in the world. People are, you know, they're not paying attention to much, you know. So, but when your content's really good and it's powerful, then it grabs them. So what we're going to do is we're going to pretend that Pam is suffering from neuropathy symptoms. She's seen Dr. White's video online, and she decided to click on the Get Offer button. And what's going to happen when she does that is it's going to take her to a page similar to this. This is just a demo page. It won't look exactly like this, but we're going to, once again, tell them what they're getting for the offer. And then we're going to get their first name, and I'm going to put Pam, and their last name. Pam, what's your last name?
Wagner, Wagner.
That's right. And then your email?
Pam at infinity. Region
At
infinity.
And T region
En.
En.
No, region En.
Sorry.
You're fine. AND.
AND.
Neuro. NEURO.com.
.com. Perfect. Okay. And then let's put your cell phone in here, because you're going to get some follow-up text and stuff like that real quick.
407.
407.
624.
624.
2844.
2844. Okay, let me explain a couple things before I hit this button. I have this set up for a demo, okay? So what's going to happen when the client hits this claim my $97, whatever offer we're running, then what's going to happen with all this information, it's going to get zapped into my CRM, my customer relations management system. The potential patient is immediately going to get a text message and an email. They're going to say the same things. We're going to thank them for filling out and clicking on our offer and filling out the information. And then we're going to tee up the assistant that is going to be handling all the follow-up for you. We're going to give them their name. We're going to say, Hannon will be calling you shortly. Here's the number that she's calling you from, so you recognize the number, right? And so that's the kind of message that they're going to get. Now, and after 8 minutes of them submitting this online, and they got to fill out a 12 questions, okay? And I'm going to take you into a live account, and I'm going to show you some of the answers that we're getting, okay? And so it's a pre-qualifying form, and then they give us their name, their email, and their phone number. And once they hit submit, after 8 minutes of them hitting that button, my software is actually going to call the assistant that I assigned to your account, and it's going to let them know, hey, you know, Dr. So-and-so has a new patient, a new lead in. The name is John Smith. Press any key on your phone to contact now. So that's going to come in 8 minutes. Now, what's the importance of getting a hold of these people right after they submit this? I'm going to tell you what's important about it, especially when you're dealing with the older generation. Okay, let's say we're dealing with somebody in their low 80s. They hit the submit button. If you call them back, let's say they do it at 10 o'clock in the morning, and you don't call them till 4 p.m. that afternoon, number one, they're probably not even going to remember what they did. And we run into that a lot, right? Heck, I would be too. I'd be like, gosh, I'm always clicking on stuff online. What are you talking about, right? So that's the importance of the text messaging and then getting them. Now, when you get a hold of these people within 20 minutes of them submitting this, you have an 87% chance of not only having them answer the phone, but they're going to remember everything. They're going to remember what they just got done doing, and they're going to be really appreciative that we were so responsive. We get compliments all the time. Wow, I can't believe you're already calling me. This is awesome, right? People love that. So now in this demo, what's going to happen is that phone call is going to come to me right away. I'm going to put my cell phone on speaker so you guys can hear it telling me there's a new lead. And then I'm going to press any key on my phone. And Pam, you don't have to answer your phone. Just tell me when it starts ringing, okay? Ready?
Sure. I have my phone here.
Okay. And here's another thing. Once again, we have the 12 questions that we pre-qualify. When my assistant gets on the phone with them, she's going to go back over them questions. I've trained them very well. We show a lot of empathy. Oh, I'm so sorry that your feet are in so much pain. You have to do that, right? In the past, I've had assistants where a client will be talking about their pain, and they're like, oh, I see. Would tomorrow at 3 p.m. work? You don't do that, right? And where I catch all that is because everything they do and say is going to be recorded, and I'll show you guys. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and hit submit. Now, on this demo, I'm going to have you go to the text and actually book yourself in, and we don't let the customers do that. We book them in after we pre-qualify everything because I want to make sure that they're a good neuropathy lead for you guys. Okay, so I'm going to hit the button. So there's just a couple things different, Pam, than what usually happens, and I did that for just the speed of the demo. So when I go to my CRM, look, Pam, you're already there. Now, any second, my phone's going to start ringing. Here it is.
I hear it. Yeah.
Okay.
Hi, Sam Young. You have a new referral named Pam Wagner. Press any key to connect with them now.
So I'm going to press any key on my phone, and it won't be calling from my cell phone. It's going to be calling from my Twilio number, my computer number. Is it ringing? Yep, you got it. Okay. So now also, my assistant is going to be calling them, obviously, and going through all this information, and they'll book themselves in. But Pam, could you do me a favor and just click on that text that we sent you? There's a link to go ahead and book yourself in. Pick any day and time. It doesn't matter. It's just a demo. And what you guys are going to see is Pam is in lead in right now. This card will automatically move to appointment booked, and I won't even touch anything. I have my hands up here.
I can't click on the link, Sam.
What's that?
The link doesn't activate. It's not working.
Huh?
No.
Can you scroll down? Is there? I've never had it not work. That's crazy.
Can you read?
Is there a link toward the bottom?
No, it doesn't. It's in the second paragraph. It says, please click the link to pick up a time and date that works best for you. And then the link, and it doesn't let me click.
I'm not sure. I'll have my partner look at that. I've done 3 demos today and it's worked every time. So here, let's do it this way. Let's just pretend you booked yourself in. Now, I'm going to show you. I'm going to just click on the card, Pam. Look at what I'm doing.
Okay.
I'm going to click on the card, and this is what my assistant will do once she books them in. Now, you should be getting a text message any second, and this is a confirmation text, a confirmation of the appointment. But actually, you know what? This isn't going to work, Pam, because I never booked you in.
Yeah.
That's the problem. That's crazy. Let's see here. Let me go back to our page again here. Well, that stinks that that didn't work. That's
okay. I mean, I see the link. It's just I can't click on it.
I've done 3 of these. Let me. I'm just gonna submit it one more time here,
Sure.
and let's see if the next one works. Maybe it's just a glitch or something here.
Maybe.
Let's go back. See, now you're in there again, and then here comes the phone call again. I'll just hang that up.
Okay.
Okay, see if you could click on that new text and see if that link will work for you. I wonder if it's something on your, you don't have like blockers on your phone or something, do you?
I probably do. So now I can see it. Now it's working. Okay,
There you
let
go.
me see. It's on blue. It wasn't on blue before. So let me see.
That's okay.
There you go. Okay, let me pick a date for tomorrow.
Yep, anytime. It's
Let's
just
say
gonna
10
it's gonna-
a.m. book appointment.
and then just use your cell phone number and your email. Now, once again, the patients aren't going to be doing this. This is just for the demo.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because once they book them in with their email and their number, then that's what triggers all the campaigns. Because an appointment booked and canceled and rescheduled, we have text messages and emails that go out for each one of these. In the appointment booked, as soon as her card moves over, look, there it goes by itself. Boom. Okay, now you should be getting another text that's confirmation of the appointment, right?
Yeah, it says, hi, Pam Wagner. Your appointment for Thursday, December 24, 2020, blah, 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 has been confirmed. Please let us know if you have any questions. In the meantime, we look forward to seeing you soon.
So can I ask a question real quick, Sam?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so during this process, how is the time picked when, or how do you coordinate with the practice to make sure whatever the patient's picking is actually available?
Well, one or two things can happen. Most doctors' software don't connect to a Google Calendar. Does yours?
I don't think
Yeah, Dr. Henry, the girls are connecting. We can organize that, Sam.
Okay, perfect.
Okay.
Because here's the deal. My calendar in here will integrate with your Google Calendar, and whatever calendars that Google Calendar's linked to, and all calendars will match.
Okay, yeah, we can connect to Google Calendar.
Now here's what I'll tell you if that's not possible. What we do is we do cluster booking. So you guys would pick some days during the week and times, a couple times in the morning and a couple times in the afternoon, so I can book these people in, and then you guys black them out on your calendar. Okay, so then we'll just be saved for new patients. Does that make sense?
Got it. Yes.
But
Yeah.
it's much easier, and the process works much better if all the calendars link. So if we can link up to a Google Calendar, all the calendars are matched, and she'll only have available times that are available, and we'll never have a double booking that way.
Yeah.
Okay?
Okay, we'll figure it out. That's easy to implement, actually.
Yep, you
It's no
bet.
problem.
And then
Either way.
here's another thing that's going to go out. Now, what's going to happen 24 hours before this appointment, they're going to get a text and an email, another reminder. And then 2 hours before the appointment, they're going to get another text and an email reminder. Okay? So they're going to get plenty of reminders on their appointment. Now, let's say that Pam called the office, Dr. Henry, and she called directly to the office. She didn't call my assistant, and Pam needs to reschedule her appointment for next Tuesday at 1 p.m. So what your staff or an assistant, somebody on your end, there's only 2 things you guys got to do. Leave us a note and drag the appointment where it belongs and drop it and go about your day. That's all you have to do. It's not hard. So in this case, I would pull this up. It gives you all the information on the patient. You can go to notes and say, Hannon, please reschedule Pam for next Tuesday at 1 p.m. Okay, and then so you would just save, update it. Now, your staff, after you put the note in there, all you got to do is drag it over to reschedule and drop it. Now Pam's going to get another text message and an email about rescheduling her appointment. It's going to notify my assistant and let her know that you have a reschedule in the system. Then my assistant will come in here and she'll pop up the notes and say, oh, okay, Pam wants to reschedule for next Tuesday at 1 p.m. Boom. This way she can have an educated conversation with your clients or with your patients. Yep.
So I just got a text. It says, we're sorry you weren't able to make it into the office today. Was there a rescheduling conflict? You can always find another day and time that works for you by simply clicking my link here. So
Yep.
it's.
Yep. And so, and sometimes that message is a little bit different because we customize all these messages for you. This is just demo messages, right?
Mm-hmm.
So now, Pam and Dr. Henry, let's say that you showed up for your appointment. All you guys have to do is drag it from there, just drop it in new patient, okay? And this is really cool because at the end of the month, guys, we can look at the dashboard and you guys are gonna have login access. Dr. Henry, you're gonna be able to read what's going on with these people before they ever come in your office. But we have this dashboard, so we're gonna be able to tell you guys how many leads we sent you in the last 30 days, how many hot leads. Hot leads, the reason why we use that is because it works much better. Let's say somebody can't come in for 2 weeks. We're not gonna book that appointment today, okay? Because what's gonna happen is they're gonna forget all about it. And unless we're on top of them, hounding them about the appointment, they're gonna forget. And so what happens is the no-shows go through the roof. So what we do is we put them in a category called hot leads, and then my assistants put themselves activity reminders that a couple days before they're ready to book in, then we call them and get them booked in, okay? Because we try everything we can to not have any no-shows. That's a doctor's pet peeve. Dr. Henry, you can testify to that.
That's right.
If I filled up your calendar full of appointments and nobody showed up, you'd fire me real quick, right? So anyway, so let's say, and here's something else we do. We either set you up with the app Wave or with Stripe, and we'll send out prepayments for any offer that we're doing. And we try to get most of them prepaid before they even make it to the office, okay? Now, and all you have to do is set up an account. It takes 5 minutes. You attach a bank account you want the money to go into, and then we send the link out to the customer. My assistant will. Now, I'm going to tell you this. With neuropathy, we're dealing with people that are 50 years and older, okay? There's a lot of, we get about 30-35% of the older people that do not want to pay with a credit card online, no matter what. Okay, they're just afraid that they're going to get their information stolen. They're just not going to do it. They're just not tech savvy like the younger generations. So in that case, what we do, if you guys accept credit cards at the office, my assistant will call your assistant and say, hey, could you please call Pam and get her credit card over the phone? She doesn't want to pay online. No problem. Boom. Or if you don't do that, then we give them one opportunity to show up for that appointment, okay? And if they no call, no show, the only way they're ever gonna get back on your calendar is if they prepay, either with us online or at the office. And they'll have to go down there and pay, okay? Now, the reason why we do that is because we were making everybody prepay. We were losing some really, really good clients. Some of our best clients for our doctors didn't prepay. They paid at the office, okay? So I just want, I don't want to lose you any business, but I sure as heck don't want to fill up your calendar and have a bunch of no-shows. So we prevent all that. Okay. We're
Yeah, so just one comment about that, Sam.
Uh-huh.
You know, with their patient demographic, 100% of them have insurance. So, you know, prepaying is not going to be an option really, because they really don't have to pay out of pocket. Most of them don't, except for a little bit of copay.
Yep.
Sometimes. Okay. So this is what you're describing is applicable to cash pay practices, which we're not in neuropathy anyway. We can talk about this system once we get to my cash practice side at some point. But for the time being, the neuropathy practice that we have is 100% insurance based. No cash, zero.
Thank you, Jesus. I get it. I understand. And I can't, I'm going to show you a live account of another doctor that I work with that accepts Medicare, accepts all the insurance. And then I'm going to take you to cash only accounts that I have. You're going to see a massive difference in the people. Okay. So that's not a problem. For Dr. Gillespie, they work all that out at the office. We don't do the prepay. They just work it all out at the office because so many people have insurance and they only want to use their prepay.
Okay, this is one thing though.
Yep.
Before you go through the system of basically an automated booking system, that patient who of course is going to be insured, we still have to check whether they're actually, you know, qualified in their insurance coverage for this treatment or not. And, you know, we probably have to sort it out between you and our office in terms of what qualifications we look for in order for us to be able to actually, like you said, see a qualified patient. And most of them would be. To be honest with you, yeah, the only ones that we don't take are the HMOs, which require pre-authorization, that sort of thing. But if they are a PPO, so it's not going to be a lot of sorting out, so to speak. But there'll still be some of that to do before the appointment is booked, because we don't want them to get here and say, "Oops, sorry, but we don't take this insurance."
So here's what we have on our survey. Okay, we have a list of all the main insurance companies. They pick which one they're with. Okay, now what we can do is when my assistant's on the phone with them, because they don't self-book. Okay, I just did that for the demo. My assistant physically books them in. And then anything that you want us to clarify with the customer, she will do on the phone before she books them in. So if you have certain insurance companies you don't do business with, you just let us know. And then Hannon or Janice or one of my girls will go over that with the client. And if they have that insurance, we won't book them in. That's easy.
Sounds good.
Yep, that's easy stuff. Okay. So at the end of the month, you're gonna know exactly how many patients. And what's really cool is on these cards, you can actually put in the lead value. So let's say somebody bought, here, let me get this a little bit lower. Let's say somebody bought a plan from you. Then what you can do is go over here. You can come down and let's say they spent $4,000 with you and they bought a plan. You can put 4,000, update, and then when I hit refresh, you'll see that amount on the card, and then that tallies up on the front. See how it says $4,000 now? And it'll tally up on the front. At the end of the month, we'll know, you know, how much money you made versus what your marketing costs are. So we figure out your ROI for you every month. Okay. Now here's something really, really cool. I'm going to take you to the conversations, and this is where you're going to be able to see everything, guys. You're going to be able to see all the communications between my assistant and your patients. You're going to be able to read what they say. Any phone calls that happen will be recorded in this system and you'll be able to hear it, okay? Now, here's what's really cool. So it's kind of like Facebook Messenger. You can read the messages. Now, if I want to send Pam a text, I don't have to use my phone. Your staff will be able to do this too. Look, I'm going to say, hey, Pam. And I'm just going to text this to you. Tell me when you get it, Pam.
So, Sam, is this all HIPAA compliant?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay.
I got it.
You got it. And then if I want to send, if your staff wants to send a text or an email, usually it's my assistant doing all this, but every once in a while, one of the staff members just wants to send a quick text to them. You can send either a text or an email through this system, which is awesome. Okay, and Pam replied, I think. Here.
I did. I see it.
Clear. Okay. So now what I want to do, oh, here it is. Hi. Okay, get back to SMS. There it is. Okay, see how you can hear the or see the conversations. Now, I'm going to take you, let's take you to a live account. I'm going to take you to Dr. Gillespie's account. He is in Arizona. He's a lot like your practice. He accepts all the insurance. He just paid his second invoice on December 21st. He's only been with me just over 30 days. So let's go. It's foot and ankle specialist of Arizona. I want to take you to his account. This is what accounts look like that accept insurance. Let's go all time here. Okay. So I want you to see in 30 days, we brought him 22 new patients that paid and went to his office. That was showed up patients that paid for the service. Now, I can't guarantee you every one of them bought a plan, okay, but that's how many opportunities he got. We haven't had our performance meeting yet. We're going to have that next week, so I'll find out all that information. He's got 2 reschedules. Look at this. He's got 33 appointments booked. My assistant almost has all the spots for January that he allowed us booked. So now they're opening up more slots. And then look at how
Sam,
many. Yes, ma'am.
I have a question. What do you mean they bought a plan? Is this an extra
No.
other services or?
No, when people come in, they're coming in for an evaluation to look at what's going on with their neuropathy. And I'm sure Dr. Henry has different plans. Like, let's say somebody only has neuropathy in one foot. It's going to be a different cost than if they had it in both feet and hands, right?
Yeah, well, again, that probably applies to a cash practice.
So this is for the cash then. It's not for
Yeah,
the.
because with us, the way this works, Sam, is patient comes in and, you know, they determine to have neuropathy, of course, and we then recommend the treatment that we use here in the practice, which is only one treatment. It doesn't change. Okay, it's the same for everybody, whether it's mild, moderate, or severe. Okay.
Perfect.
So they have to come for treatment. Okay, 2 to 3 times a week, and these are all billed to their insurance carriers.
Awesome.
So we'll never know. It's very hard to quantify. Okay, how much was this patient worth? Because we don't know how long they're going to stay in treatment. Everybody's going to respond differently. Some will respond quicker. Some will not respond that quickly and will be in treatment for months. Okay. And even, you know, my wife has had patients who she had to treat for over a year. Okay. So it's very difficult to quantify a new appointment insofar as, okay, this appointment or this patient was worth X. And of course, if they drop out, say, well, this is not working for me, so I'm done, right?
Yeah.
So you can only bill up to the point where the last patient's treatment. And every visit obviously is billed every time they come to the insurance company. So how to quantify each or to give a value to each lead?
Don't even worry about it. I don't need to know that information. If you have it, it's great. It makes things a little bit better. But you're going to be able to tell if this program is profitable, right? Because
Right.
you're going to spend $3,500 a month on a system that's going to bring you, and you're going to make this much. Now, most of my doctors, depending on the severity of the disease, they make anywhere from $2,000 to $6,000. So you make quite a bit. I mean, you have the potential, and with the insurance companies paying for it, and some of them don't. You may only make 10, 1,000, 1,200, but it doesn't take very many patients to cover up $3,500 marketing.
So,
Right?
okay. So again, going to the price that you just mentioned.
Uh-huh.
So that is what you usually charge. It's 3,500. It's a fixed price.
It's different for everybody.
Okay.
It's what you do. We customize this for your business. It doesn't matter what I do for this guy, because if your business has different protocols. Now with this guy, with the insurance, we don't charge a prepay, because all his customers, he only wants people with insurance, right?
Right.
So we don't have a prepay. We just bring them in. They come in. We let them know in the ad copy, we accept all major insurance and Medicare, blah blah blah, or whatever. We can specialize this stuff, so the customers are aware.
Yeah.
All right. So based on what you know so far of our practice, what are we looking at in terms of
Well, it really depends.
cost?
It really depends for your costs. I mean, it's whatever you do. You would be better to tell me that, because you know that all the people don't always make it to the end of the process, and they quit if they don't feel like it's working for them.
Right.
Other people do. It's when in business, it's all math. Everything comes down to math. I'm going to send you this many leads that are pre-qualified, that I'm getting ready to show you all the pre-qualifying questions. I'm going to send you this many people. Out of that many people, this many we're going to book. This many we're going to have to reschedule. This many are going to show. This many are going to start your program. And this many are going to finish. And this many are going to drop out halfway through, 25% of the way through. It's all math. As long as we're sending you enough people, Dr. Gillespie, from our projections, he made, I think, around $25,000 on a $3,500 a month ad spend or marketing deal. Okay, so he made a lot of money. They're really happy. Matter of fact, after our performance meeting, they want us to start running ads for toenail fungus, because the insurance company takes care of that, and especially for older people over 65. They pay for all the Medicare pays for all their toenail fungus and trimming of the toenails, everything, right? So they want us to start that now. Now I have a little bit of an issue, because they've only allowed us a certain amount of slots, and we're already booked in all the way through January, and I don't like booking that far ahead, right?
Right. Yeah. So the way our system works, okay. A new patient is usually an hour's worth of consultation, right?
Mm-hmm.
So and then the rest, of course, is the same protocol for everyone every day, really. So what it is we try to, with my wife just being the sole provider right now, and I'm starting to help out, but she's still seeing all the new consults. Okay, so while she's seeing a new consult, for example, this is how we're doing it right now. So for an hour, there'll be about 4 patients that need to be treated while she's not in that consult. All right, so this is what I'm doing now. So I'm taking the time while she's talking to a new patient to treat these 4 patients, so we can get them treated and out of here and get the next batch in. And then after that, then she usually is free. And so she, does the treatment herself. But this is the thing, though. This is what's happening right now. Okay. What my goal is to be able to bring in more new patients so that she and I can see new patients, you know, on the same day, basically. So we just have to manage the consult. So in other words, right now she doesn't see more than 1 or 2 consults a day, new patients a day. Okay, because you know patients are here to be treated. They're treated usually by us, the physicians. Okay, for about let's say 10 minutes. All right, that's because we just have to inject them in 4 places, and then the rest of the time that they're here, which is another 25 minutes or so, they're hooked up to a device. So that's the protocol. That's every day's the same thing. It never changes. And that's built to the insurance company the same way also every single time.
Perfect. That's
All
amazing.
right.
That's a good system. My concern is, do you only have a couple time slots a day for new patients, or can you open that up?
Well, I guess if you're really going to be able to generate, if you know, quite a few.
You're looking at a live account, Dr. Henry.
So I, you know,
We can open it up, Dr. Henry, but just you need to, you're gonna be the backup, right? So
Well, yeah, of course. Yeah, I mean,
we
I'm going to start.
we can open up more. Yes.
You know, we can open slots. That's, you know, maybe, you know, because I'm going to be doing some consults now myself, you know, in that case.
Let's rock and roll, because you told me in 6 months you wanted me to double where you're at now. I'm going to do that in under 6 months.
So we are right now seeing an average of 25 visits a day. And that's 1 or 2 new patients. So that's about 23 treatments, okay, a day, basically. So what happens is that during the consultation or that first day, you know, my wife has a very high conversion rate. In other words, she converts almost 100% of new patients that really have the disease.
I love her already.
and
Awesome.
so what she does is, okay, if you agree with this protocol and this, you know, she explains it's going to take a while. It's not a quick fix. You know, you're going to be in treatment for months. And so you can do the first treatment today. So that's what she does. So she does a comprehensive consultation for an hour, and then she already got 1 treatment out of the visit at the same time.
I love it. She's amazing.
She is.
I'm telling you, that's unreal numbers, and it's amazing. And I'll tell you why it's so easy is because the insurance is paying for it. If it was coming out of their pocket, it'd be a lot tougher.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And so you guys got a gold mine. The only thing you need is really, really high quality clients that you know will go through your program. They're at least going to start. I would say probably 90% of them.
Yeah.
Now,
and most of our patients, by the way, are very educated people. They're highly educated people. Okay, a lot of them are, you know, ex-CEOs or, you know, retired from some really high-paying jobs.
Awesome.
And so they are very well informed, as a matter of fact.
That's perfect, because I'm telling you right now that in areas like that, working with a medical facility like you guys do, taking the insurance, we're going to absolutely crush it. What I want to show you real quick is this is the form, and this is the information that's going to get zapped in here. So before they hit submit and they give us their name and number, these are the questions that they're going to have to answer. Have you ever been diagnosed with any of the following? We ask them if they've ever been diagnosed with diabetes, neuropathy, cancer, blah, blah, blah. This one says they had cancer. Okay. Have you ever seen a doctor for this? Yes. On a scale of 1 to 10, how severe is your pain? It's only a 3, so that's not real pain. What kind of discomfort have you been experiencing? Numbness in her feet. So it sounds like this one's a beginning of neuropathy.
Yep.
She's got United Healthcare Advantage, Medicare insurance. She's been suffering from this for over a year. How committed are you to getting your neuropathy under control? Very committed. You're going to be able to read all their answers. We're going to know how committed they are before they even come in. Let me let's just randomly go through these so you know that this isn't a fluke. I'll just randomly pick somebody. Let's look at the notes. And then you see, booked him in for 2, Glendale, confirmed 24 hours notice. These are notes from my assistant to the doctors. Okay, check this out. This client has been diagnosed with neuropathy and cancer, but he's been off chemo for 9 months. Have you seen a doctor before? Yes. On a scale of 1 to 10, how high is your pain? A 9. Here's the symptoms they're experiencing. He's got Medicare. He's been suffering for more than a year, and he's very committed to getting it under control. Let's pop over to some of the ones that did show up. We'll just randomly pick on somebody. Wow, here's what I want you to see about my staff. And this is why I don't use doctor staffs. They don't give up. Look at the follow-up. They will not stop until they get booked in. This person obviously already showed. They're in the show. They got them booked in, but they're relentless with their follow-up. Neuropathy. Yes, they've seen a doctor before. The pain's a 6. Here, look at all these symptoms: burning, tingling, sharp stabbing pains, loss of balance, back pain, numbness, pins and needles, issues in the knees and hips, getting injections on it for osteoarthritis or whatever that is. What medical insurance? Blue Cross. How long have you been suffering? 6 to 12 months. How committed are you? Very committed. This is the type of people that we send. Guys, I can jump over to another account.
Yeah, well, I mean, you made the point. I think, yeah, that's very good what you do, because that's the same questions that we ask when they show up.
Yeah.
You know, from their history. So anyway, yeah. So you guess, you know, the end of the day, how do you do the marketing yourself online or on Google or?
Yeah, no. We do social media. Oh, I want to show you. Let me explain. We do social media, okay? Google, we don't mess with. The only thing that we do with Google is we retarget all your website traffic on social media. It's way more powerful. Google right now is like $200 a lead. I'm getting these leads for this account because he takes insurance from $5 to $10. Why would I do it on Google when they're like $200 a lead? Here's what we do. I'm going to show you something. I'm going to take you to your website. Okay, this is your current website, right?
Yes.
Okay. I want to show you something. You see this little gray box up here?
Yeah.
Okay, it says no pixels found. You guys don't have a website, a social media tracking system. You may have a Google or, you know, that tells you how many people a month. Pam, do you know how many people a month come by your website?
No, I stopped all my Google marketing.
Okay, perfect, because it's too
You know,
expensive and it don't work.
the only lead generation that we got is from the Dallas Morning News print ad, which is run 4 to 5 days a week.
Perfect. Now here's what I'm going to tell you. You don't have to sign up with Google or anything. I can still retarget all your website traffic. Anybody, on average, any doctor's facility like this usually sees anywhere from 800 to 1,800 people per month going by their website. Then you ask yourself, well, why aren't more people coming in? Because I'm going to give you the sad truth about websites. You have to have them, but they're nothing better. They're nothing more than a fancy digital business card. When you go to somebody's website, you go there to check them out. You don't go there to set an appointment. That's why in the beginning, we used to send people to their website. Boy, we quickly stopped doing that. Websites only convert at 3 to 7%. So out of all them people, you may only get 2 or 3 appointments a month off of your website. Let me show you how I do this. I'm going to take you to my website. You see that same little green box? I'm going to click on it. Now, anytime somebody goes to my website, I could, if they even view my page, I get to collect their data right here. Okay. And then I put a general event on there so I know what they were clicking on. I know what they were interested in, so I know what ad to send them. Okay. This is super powerful, guys. And here's how easy it is. Your Facebook page right here. Okay. You have an ad account in the back of this page. We build your pixel for free. Facebook's got one of the best pixels in the business. And then what we do is we build out the code, we email it to Pam, and then Pam, you just forward it to your website developer. They throw it up on your header on your website. And now all of a sudden we're tracking everybody. We're going to know if they're coming from Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, PubMed, wherever they're coming from, we're going to find out. And then we can adjust our marketing on the back for that. And then we'll be able to send your neuropathy ads to these people. And what works really well, Dr. Henry, on retargeting your website traffic is testimonials from your clients. That's why I say,
Yeah, we're starting to get that now. You know, you have to
Yep.
understand we've only been in business for 6 months.
I got it, no problem. And we're going to help you do that. And matter of fact, I'll even give you a testimonial deal guide to where you just ask them targeted questions and then they answer them, you know, and it's super easy and you get phenomenal video testimonials. And then when we put that up and we retarget people that have been coming by your neuropathy site, all of a sudden that's what makes them want to set an appointment. Believe
Right.
it or
So
not.
we have now about 3 or 4, I guess, that are willing to do it, who have had excellent results. So we call them graduates because they're now done with the program. They, you know, have 100%, resolution of their problem.
Yeah.
And so they're very happy, of course.
Absolutely. And that's all we really need is 2 to 3 really rock solid. Now you'll want to get that. And you know what? Some doctors even, usually people are so thankful because you helped them with their neuropathy that they're willing to do it for nothing. Some doctors give out, Starbucks
Yeah,
gift
of course
card
they
or
will.
something, but I'm telling you right now, nobody can sell your services better than the client that went through it, that it helped, right?
Yes, of course.
Because when I'm watching that and I'm like, I'm on the fence, and then all of a sudden I see a testimonial, well, hell, it worked for them. Maybe it'll work for me. All they need is a little bit of hope, because most of these neuropathy people that we're going to send you have been to several doctors. They've been through several treatments and they haven't gotten better.
We know that very well.
Yeah. So that's basically it, guys. I mean, in a nutshell, we handle everything for you. We build.
Yeah, well, it looks like you have a great system, and
Yep.
I think the thing about it is, again, bottom line is, for our needs right now in terms of what our goals, our goals are. Again, give me a price about how much we'll have to pay you to do this.
Okay, here's what my fees are. Okay, we don't do long-term contracts. Okay, we do a month-to-month terms of agreement. Okay, I don't ask my doctors to sign 6-month contracts with me like most of these agencies do. The ones that want you to sign up on a contract with them, don't walk, run. They're the ones that can't get you results, and they force you with a contract to stick with them. You understand?
Yeah, yes, we've been through one of those already.
Yes. No.
On the cash side.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
think,
And if
you'll be able, if this works, you'll have plenty of work to do on my cash side, because
absolutely.
I'm gonna hit that back hard, once we get this built to like a 2-provider practice. So that's my goal right now, because this is really good business. This neuropathy business has been very good for us.
Yep.
So yeah. Go ahead and tell me, more or less how much this will cost.
Okay, so here's what it costs. You guys pay my company $2,500 a month to us, and then we run the ads for $1,000, and that gets paid to the platform. So Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, whatever platforms, that money will slowly come out over the month. So you figure $1,000 in ad spend's about $33 a day is what we're going to spend. Now, so your total cost for this program would be $3,500 a month. I just showed you what we've done with Gillespie. I mean, if I sent you guys 22 new patients that fired up, and let's say even only 15 of them went through your program, would you have a problem making $3,500?
No.
Right? And
Nope.
so I want you guys to make 10, 15, 20 grand a month.
Yeah, well, yeah, again, so you understand also the nature of this practice.
Yep.
You know, this practice is such that, like I said, patients have to be treated for a long time, one patient, okay? So what happens is once you have let's say 100 active patients that are supposed to come, and they're very diligent, most of them do, 2 to 3 times a week. Let's just say twice a week on the average. So 100 patients coming twice a week. How many is that a week? How many visits is that a week? 200 visits, right?
200.
Right?
Yes.
So we can only do so much, all right, in terms of the daily visits. So what happens is once we fill that pipeline, well, see, my goal is to reach 40 to 50 visits a day. Okay. Once we get to that number of visits, right, then what's going to happen is, you know, all we have to do really is fill, you know, the people that are getting better or dropping out for whatever reason, which very few drop out because they're not getting better. Most of them, like you said, are committed.
Yeah.
So they stay for the long haul, right? So once you graduate, you know, for lack of a better term, patients, then all you have to do really going forward is keep filling that pipeline to replace the people that have left the program.
That
right?
graduate and the ones that left, and we're bringing, and you got
Right. So we won't
stream.
need. Yeah. So we will not need very many going forward once we reach that magic number of visits per day.
So then what we do is we taper down the ad budget for the neuropathy, and we shift most of the budget over to your cash practice.
Well, we can do that. Certainly do that.
And
So
that way I can slow up the neuropathy. We can still keep them coming in, but then we can shift your ad budget mostly over to the cash practice, and we can start building that out. But
right.
Here's what I suggest. When you get to that point and neuropathy's going real strong, you don't really want to shut off. You might want to think about adding some people in there to help you with this stuff.
Well, yeah, I mean, you know, once we get to that number,
so you can,
you know, we'll more than likely hire another provider anyway, because the way it is now, with us both doing this, right? You know, we cannot go anywhere together. If we want to, you know, for example, hopefully COVID will, you know, kind of go away here soon. When it's, you know, comes time to be able to safely travel, which is maybe another, you know, year, I don't know, 6 to 12 months, then with the current setup, I mean, we can't leave unless we close the practice for 2, 3, 4 weeks.
Yeah.
I mean, if we can do that, you know, that's a lot of money lost. And also, of course, that's a disservice to the patients, obviously.
Can I mention something? You know, what some of my doctors that are scaling out, when they're doing injections and they just are hooking them up to the, you know, the treatment plan, can't an RN do that?
Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah, an RN can do that.
And so what they're doing is they're adding some RNs to their practice, so they don't have to be the ones they can just turn them loose. And then the doctor's just going and doing the consultation and talking with them, and then the nurse practitioner is doing all the treatments.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we already have a nurse practitioner that's we're talking to you know, to come and help us out.
You're already on top of it.
Yeah, we have someone on the line, Sam.
Yeah.
Someone's on hold right now.
Once we reach that magic number that I told you, about 40, 50 visits a day, then it's time to hire another person. That way I can free myself up and do what I like to do, which is, you know, the cash practice.
Your time back.
Yeah.
Right, correct. And then, and then again, there's some extra bucks to spend on marketing too, I hope.
Yes.
Because cash practice is a little bit more difficult, especially in this environment.
It is, especially with COVID, and a lot of people are broke right now, and a lot of people are out of work. It depends on where you're at and what your community is.
Yeah, well, we have a very affluent environment here. I mean, if you search Plano, Texas, I mean,
Oh, I know it.
this has now become a corporate center, actually. A lot of big corporations have moved into this area. And of course, the Dallas area itself, because we're part of the Dallas Metroplex.
Yeah.
I mean, as you know, there's a lot of money here. Money here is
Lots
not
of
a
money.
problem.
You
Lots of
don't-
money here.
You don't have a people problem, and you don't have a money problem. You couldn't be in a better situation, and I guarantee you, we can blow this up for you. I know we can. And the reason why I say that, and why with so much confidence, is every account that I work with that accepts insurance, we kill it. And we'll probably work with them for years, not months. Okay.
Well, yeah, I mean, to me, Sam, so I value relationships, okay?
No.
And if we have a good relationship and, we're both doing well, you getting what you want out of it and we're getting what we want out of it, why not continue, right?
Absolutely.
If one or the other is not happening, then yeah, that can't continue.
And that's where our contract, our month-to-month contract, all you have to do, Dr. Henry, if you decide you don't want to move forward, is give me a call, shoot me an email 3 days before the end of your next billing cycle. That's it. And then that way we can gear up to shut everything off.
So again, correct me if I'm wrong, but really what we're looking at is $3,500 stops.
That's it.
Month. That's it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So just to recap, Dr. Henry, I think basically what we really need, and I have been mentioning this to you as well as to Lisa, which is our web developer, is the landing page, which the one you presented, the long form, as well as the social media, which is the Facebook and the Instagram. Those are the 4 things that I'm looking for somebody that can tailor that down and focus into doing it. And that's what you have, Sam. So I think, we have something here that we can work with.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. So again,
I mean, it's pretty simple and basic. That's all.
Yeah, I mean, it is really, and from what Sam has presented, we don't really need that many new patients.
No, we're very simple. I mean, don't get me wrong. We take as many patients as we can.
Of course.
We're not going to turn any patients
but
down.
when Sam said, I can send you 20,
we'll take 30.
Hey, I'm going to do as many as I can.
Sam, I will make any schedule available. You send us 10 patients a day. We will make it happen.
There you go. And
Yeah.
it's funny. We scheduled Dr. Gillespie 10 appointments in one day.
I will make Dr. Henry work doubles. I'm going to put him on a 24-hour shift.
Dr. Gillespie called me and he's like, Jesus, Sam. He goes, you took my whole practice out for a day. We can't be scheduling 10 in one day. I'll let you do 5, man, but no more than that. So it's funny because, they were all skeptical, wondering if this was going to work. And now I got him calling me, telling me, slow down.
Yeah, we might be.
Well, Dr. Henry,
if this is the way you are,
Dr. Henry, if this is too good to be true, you can handle 5, and Dr. Halma can handle 10, so we can take 50 new patients a day.
Oh, yeah, right.
That's now.
That's 16 hours. You're kidding me?
No.
So you know what else this is a good fit for? Because Dr. Henry and his wife, and you got it, you don't, if you just went out and hired a receptionist to sit there and answer the phone all week long, you would spend about $2,000 a month. Okay. And they wouldn't be bringing you business. So you remember, you get an extra employee. You get to use my assistant as your own employee, which is
True.
Which is huge. So you guys can just sit back, enjoy the extra business coming in, and you don't have to do all the follow-up. You're not going to be on the phone trying to book people in and chase people down. They're going to come.
Yeah.
My assistant does all that. So this is a perfect system for you. You know,
I think
You nailed it,
yeah,
Sam. You nailed it. You nailed it.
I think
it
we
really
can give it.
is.
Yeah,
got it.
we can give it a
Yes.
shot. But yeah, it's a good thing that you're recording this because, of course, my daughter is intimately involved in, making decisions insofar as marketing is concerned. So,
Absolutely.
I'll have to have her take a look at this, and I don't see any reason why she won't go for it either. So, but again, sometimes she thinks a little bit differently than I do. So,
Hey,
you
that's
know.
okay. And you know what? I was really kind of excited to meet her because I mean, I love talking to other marketing people. I belong to an entrepreneur team with about 14,000 people throughout the whole world. And I do a lot of training on this stuff in there for them. And I really like that. But let me tell you something. I'm going to send you guys the YouTube link. And if your daughter has any questions, Pam, please forward my cell phone. I would love to
Sure.
hop on a Zoom with her.
Yeah.
Any
Of
questions
course.
you might have. Because
Sure.
I'm sure after seeing this, she's going to be like, wow, that's really cool, right? Does it really work? Well, I just took you guys in live accounts. Now, let me tell you what the process is. After you talk to your daughter and you guys make a decision, this is no hard close. I'm not asking you to let me know tomorrow. When I would like to get started would be at the 1st of January. Now, here's the process. Once you guys say, okay, Sam, we're in, here's what happens. I'm going to send you an invoice for the $2,500, okay? And then I give you guys 48 hours to pay that. Once you pay that, I'll get a notification as soon as you pay the invoice. Then I'm going to reach out to Pam and we're going to schedule what we call an onboarding meeting, okay? And during that onboarding meeting, you're going to need your Facebook login stuff because we're going to gain access to all your social media stuff so we can start handling it. And something else I forgot. Oh, no, I did tell you that we're going to post content on your page and everything for you.
Right. Mhm.
Now, also, what's overwhelming is when we start running ads, people are going to be leaving comments. They're going to be messaging your page directly. We handle all that as well. So
Good.
Sounds
Okay.
good.
so we do all that. So what's going to happen? And then after our onboarding meeting, I'm going to give you a script for a video. I'm going to have you take maybe some videos, maybe of a family member or something, like going through the process, just some different, so we can build you a really cool video like we did for Dr. White, Dr. Kelberman. And then that's the only other cost, okay? For that video on Dr. White, I got that done for $140. It's his video. He gets to keep it and use it forever. But we need that kind of content. And right now, with all the noise and the election and all the chaos, you got to have really good content, okay? So once we do that, 72 hours after our onboarding call, we're going to meet again for what we call a proof of concept. This is where we're going to show you your ads, Dr. Henry. You're going to be able to read the ad copy. You're going to be able to read all the text and email messages that we're going to send out. We can customize things. If you don't like the way something said, we can change it, right? So before you give us the green light, once you say, everything looks good, let's go, boom, then your billing cycle starts. So let's say I sent you an invoice tomorrow and you paid it tomorrow and we don't get started till the second week in January, you don't lose a penny because we don't start your billing cycle until the day we go live with ads, okay? So all the setup and all that stuff you ain't got to worry about. And then when we're on that onboarding call, we'll just have you add a payment method to your ad account after you add us to it. And then that way it'll come out every month and it'll go straight to the platforms. It doesn't come to us. Okay?
Sounds good. Sounds good, Sam.
So I'll go ahead and download this. And as soon as I get it downloaded, guys, I'll shoot you the YouTube link, Pam, and you can forward it to Dr. Henry's daughter. And please give her my cell phone. And anything you guys need, let me know. Okay?
Sure.
Okay, sounds good. Merry Christmas, guys, and happy
Merry
holidays.
Christmas.
And I'm so much looking forward to working with you guys. I feel like this is really going to be a good fit. And that's the biggest part of it. You want to work with people that have integrity. And I want to work with people on the other end that have integrity too, but also have a good nature with their clients. So when I'm sending them people,
I can send you the patient reviews, and you won't believe it. Okay.
I've already looked some up. I know you're awesome, right? And your wife, man, everybody loves your wife.
Oh yes.
I want to meet her.
Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. But everybody else,
Let's keep it at
everybody else,
that.
everybody
Dr.
else
Hendry,
does.
it's on the record.
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm gonna stop recording.
Yeah, we
Of the
only,
recording,
yeah,
Sam.